Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Tyranny. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in the edgering ruins as we go down here because there were signs of battle, and well, if we don't do our job, then we all will die. We all will die. Several skulls bleached by the sun. I'm gonna fall back though. I'm gonna try. Hey, what's up? Oh, that guy. I'm also gonna talk to her because she wants to talk with me. Let's have a chat with her. Reverse.
Need to talk? I suppose I can give you a moment of my time.
She crosses her arms and regards you with curiosity.
What do you need?
Oh, a lot of things. Let's get to know her a little bit better. Are you a spy for the Voices of Nerat? Verse regards you with an unreadable expression. Her mismatched eyes look at each of yours in turn. Insufficient reputation. Huh. So, how major factions? I need reputation with her class, I think. With her, yeah, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. I mean, does it even matter? She says. You have to decide for yourself whether or not I'm worth trusting. Is keeping me along worth the risk that I'll spill the occasional word about what you ate for breakfast? The Voices of Nerat is the Archon of Secrets, not the Archon of Honesty or Fair Dealings. If you don't assume that everyone already reports to him, you're not being careful enough. Yeah, that's true, but tell me something about yourself.
If you insist. I'm a Scarlet Fury. That should raise some flags for you. It means that I'm good at killing, and more importantly, that I enjoy it.
Sounds like a good plan, to have somebody like you at my side.
What I won't enjoy are the pleasures of funerary rites packed with weeping mourners. Someday I'll fall in battle, and then they'll roll me into a mass grave or heap me atop a shit-stained wagon. One more anonymous, knife-riddled piece of meat. Until then, I plan to take whatever I can from life and have a little fun along the way.
Tell me about your life before the chorus. Life? What life? As far as I'm concerned, I didn't exist before the chorus. There was some girl in a farm wearing my face and talking with my voice, but she wasn't me. Sometimes she would sneak out at night, take a scythe, and have some fun with the livestock. Our shared interests began and ended there. When the Scarlet Chorus swept through my village on their long trek from the bastard city, that was when I finally woke up. I buried my old life, took red vengeance on anyone who'd wronged me, and found the freedom I could only dream was out there. What of your parents? My mother ran a successful farm, and I worked it for a number of years before I found the chorus. She was a hard, bitter woman, acted like the world owed her something. She never talked about my father, though I figured out a thing or two about him later on. He was a merchant from the Northern Empire who took a liking to her, and she him. She stayed around long enough to get what he wanted. But never mind him. My mother never had what you would call taste, so he couldn't have been terribly influential to me if he did stick around. Do you ever wish you could do things over, like end up somewhere other than Kyros's army? That's as naive a question as I've ever heard. Kyros is everywhere. If you aren't in the Overlord's army, you're being trampled by it. Of course, I could have labored on the family farm into my maturing years, married some dolt, and littered him a nursery of squealing piglets. Having my body torn to pieces by smaller versions of me sounds like fun. Oh boy. Then one day, when I decided enough was enough, I slit my husband's throat over breakfast and ran off to join the chorus anyway. My way saved a lot of time. And also your husband's life, which is good, although your kids didn't get one. Anyway, well, there's still time. Who knows? I don't know how old she is. She does sound relatively not too young, but not too old either. She smooths back the feathers in her hair and shakes her head with a smile. Man, you're a killer. Better to stick with the chorus. At least you understand. Oh, I gained loyalty. Awesome. At least you understand. Oh, this happened before. I didn't see what it was, but this is what it is. I gained loyalty, or maybe I changed loyalty, or I don't know. At least you understand, she says. The chorus praises and rewards the thing inside me that I would suppress in civilized company. Life is too short to repress every desire, right? Especially if I have anything to say about it. It's interesting that we're kind of similar characters in a lot of ways, although my character doesn't really enjoy the killing for the sake of it. He's more greedy, and yeah, he's not just chaotic evil. I mean, I'm not saying that she's evil, but yeah, he's not chaotic for the sake of it. Is more about himself more than anything. So we're kind of similar, but still, she is of the Scarlet Quarters, and I'm trying to be of the or at least side with the dishonored, dismantled, whatever the other guys were. So let's see. How did you get conscripted? Let me click there. How did I think you have the wrong idea about me. The chorus didn't take me as a sobbing maid. I strode into their camp and enlisted. Someone tossed me a dented knife. I lived through initiation, spent a week butchering my neighbors, and moved on with my new kin. I didn't waste time with goodbyes. My mother had long since died, and the rest of my family were louses. The girl I used to be, even she knew that she was worth more than all of them combined. What is the significance of your feathers, by the way, on the helmet? Oh, wait a minute. She's wearing... Is that her actual portrait? Wait a minute. If that is how she looks, I think it is. That's pretty cool, because I gave her that helmet. Although it's one of them. It's a helmet for them, but yeah. What's the significance of your feathers? Okay, insufficient reputation. Oh, I didn't tell that story to just anyone. You'll have to butter me up before I get into the real intimate details. Okay. So can I ask you about that? Nope, not really. What about, tell me of your time in the Scarlet Chorus.
The Scarlet Chorus is mostly for madmen and peasants with rusty daggers, but it's also a little niche of freedom that I never had. Once I survived training and met my Scarlet Fury sisters, I saw a different side of the howling mob.
What about the training?
For new recruits shoved to the front lines, training means surviving the first battle. Anything beyond that is for the fighters who show potential, whether as blade dancers or arcane madmen. There's nothing in the world like getting put through the paces as a Scarlet Fury. Every day is a test of your commitment and passion. Failure means death. The first few weeks were the hardest, but also the most rewarding. I earned my name, picked up some quality weapons, and met my sisters.
You earned your name? If you think a simple farmer from the Tears would name her child Verse, I suggest you visit my old village. Most of them were walking around with surnames like Barrel or Fish. Not the most creative bunch. She smirks and shakes her head. The chorus takes your name away. Whoever you were before, you aren't that person anymore. Then you earn back a name through great deeds, usually murderous ones. That's why you see choir men walking around with the names like Stinkmouse or Face First. There's probably a good reason for it. That's actually pretty funny. The Voices of Narat gave me this name. When the Scarlet Chorus runs owling into battle, he doesn't hear war. He hears a symphony. And when I fight with blade or bow, he told me that my music stands out louder than anyone else and contains too many parts to be easily defined. When you least suspect it, the Archon of Secrets can be downright charming. He sounds like a nice man, actually. Or actually, I don't know. I have no idea what you mean by charming there. He doesn't sound like anything, because you just tell me that he thinks war is a song, and that's just an opinion. Anyway, tell me of the Scarlet Furies.
The elite fighters of the Scarlet Chorus. Your typical Horde recruit fights with a rusty spoon and a chip on his shoulder, but the Scarlet Furies are, well, different. We focus our madness. We coordinate, we kill, we dance. It's like art. Imagine a sculpture that twisted in weird, beautiful angles, and then gutted you too fast for you to realize what was happening.
Sounds wonderful.
It is, as I remind myself all the time. The most important day of my life was when the Voices of Narat recognized my potential and sent me to Scarlet Fury training.
I'm sure it was. It changed her life forever, I guess. So tell me about your weapon skills. When I was a kid, it didn't take me long to realize I was a natural. I could pick up a rusty kitchen knife and skewer a rat from across the room. The Scarlet Chorus gave me opportunities to further educate myself. My sisters were always a bit surprised by how quickly I took to different fighting styles. Yeah, what about the sisters? Are you guys only... Wait a minute. Scarlet Chorus is a little more than a gang of thugs, rather than organized. Are they all only female? It doesn't say anything about here, but she talks about her sisters. I did hear that before, and I can't ask that of her. So what's your real name? Oh, that question isn't worthy of either of us. I gained fear with Verse. What do you mean? I am afraid of her? The question isn't worthy of either of us, but I'll entertain it out of pity, she says. You already know me by my name. It's Verse. Are you looking for whatever arbitrary collection of letters and sounds my mother thought was appropriate when she didn't even know me? Then you're out of luck. I buried that name a long time ago. Long ago? Sure. Long by my standards, anyway. Yeah, what? Tell me about fear. Oh, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. I kind of wish... I don't know how that goes. I probably will be able to check on the manual, but I'll do that after this episode. So, yeah, back to my...
What do you need to know?
questions about the Scarlet thing. Before you hesitated when you brought up your fighting styles. Why? Oh, as if that's any of your business, she says. If I wanted to say something, you would have already heard it. Don't assume that I'm holding back. I was concerned. No, let's go for that one. I don't think she's gonna be too happy that I'm concerned with her. You fight for me, do you not? Tell me. And there it is. I suppose that's true, she says. So yeah, I'm getting up to tier 2. That's an interesting mechanic. I suppose that's true, she says, and I like any competent gang boss, you want to know if your second in command is losing her nerve. Seems fair enough. I mentioned before that I'm good at picking up different weapons and fighting styles or techniques. The truth is, I'm better than good. I could flay a man so cleanly that I'd leave a single strip of skin behind. He wouldn't even need to be tied down. That was one of the first things I discovered about myself after joining the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nerad recognized it in me as well, which is why he singled me out for the Scarlet Fury training. Okay, so have you tried that flaying trick before? Let's just say that when we ran out of canvas for pitching tents, the 5th High handed me a knife and pointed me to the prison pens. My sisters were the masters of their fighting forms, but since they died, my style has changed, almost like I can kill as they did. I could pick up a bow, a lance, anything really. I could tear someone to pieces with a weapon that I only watched my sisters use. I don't know what it could mean, and that worries me. Who are your sisters? Who were they would be more appropriate. 3 Whispers, Red Geyser, and Seeking Sheath. Best fighters I have ever met. Actually, she has names for her weapons as well, I'll show you. There wasn't a foe we couldn't take down together, she says. Our fighting styles complemented perfectly, so we divided up the killing work like bards sharing a song. At least we used to. What happened to them? Well, we were scouting around Vendrien's well during the siege, back when we only suspected the guards of organizing in secret. My sisters and I came up upon a group of them, or Kyra's knows, maybe they found us. No one said anything. We drew iron and bronze. That was when everything went wrong. I was supposed to take point and occupy the guard with a dance of blade work, something disorienting, while my sisters picked their marks. I hesitated. I lost my nerve. Instead of rushing the Oathbreakers, I froze with my weapon drawn. My sisters fought on with me, but they were off balance, like whatever I had was catching. They died. I lived. My sisters were relying on me to lead the dance, and I failed them. I think she probably is gonna like some sort of tough love. Your actions were inexcusable for a fighter of your station, and that's true. I do believe that. And getting loyalty. You're absolutely right, she says, and she probably came to terms with that a long time ago. She was talking about it really easily, so I don't think she has any resentment towards what I just said. If I had witnessed the same in one of my sisters, I might have even killed her for endangering the rest of us. Good thing for me that they didn't get the chance. She chuckles, but there's no humor in it. Hesitation is a rot, she says. It's unbecoming of any chorus member, and unheard of in a Scarlet Fury. I would cut it from my body and cauterize the wound if I only knew its source. And she grimaces once more and turns inwards, contemplating. Any thoughts on the topic, or are we just here to open old wounds? Well, yeah, that's gonna be it for right now. Cause I wanna explore. Where's my quick save? Oh man, the quick save is in a weird place. It's the F7 key or something. I want to come back here because I want to see these things. Desiccated corpses line the roads of victory to Vendrien's well, an example of fate that awaits those who resist Kyra's. The ancient Weeping Mother statue, the Weeping Mother, for a moment there, kind of reminded me of Pills of Eternity, pays homage to the Queen Lycernus, or Lycernus. First of her name, fresh water once flowed from the statue, but when Kyra's forces attacked Vendrien's well in 429, the statues began weeping blood, and it has done so ever since. That's kind of weird. What the hell was that for? How is that even possible and doable? Hey! Okay, well, I didn't know we could come through here. Nope, that's the M key. Apparently that maximizes that. That's an interesting way of doing it. I like it. So that's the Queen Lycernus monument, and we have Aurora over here. Let's see if we can talk to her and if she's gonna join us. Actually... Oh. I just clicked the load key. It's okay. It's okay. I'm still figuring out things. Man, that takes a little while. Let's get through there. Yeah, squeeze through there, and we're gonna be fine. Yeah, but I don't want to go down there. I want to go through here. Let's see. The safe key. Oh, the save key is... Okay, so I know what the save key is. Not the F7, it's F6. The quick save key. Anyway, let's have a chat here with Aurora and see what she is all about. We should be vigilant and deal with the remaining Oathbreakers in the pass. Can I get down through here? Seems like a better way of doing it. She's part of the Dishonored or whatever the other ones are. Disfavored. Yeah, that's the one. So... Okay, let's tell her to carry on. No, wait a minute. That's not carry on. That's just say hi.
Can't do that.
You can. You can't? You can. You can use the rope to scale down the rocky edge or gain a wound. Nope, thank you. Let's just go down there. And because we have athletics, it should be okay. This seems like a dead end, though. So it was a good thing we came down through here. So you get abandoned memorials. We have... This memorial has been left to weather the elements for many months and has fallen into disrepair. Resting at the top of the memorial is a small weathered, beaten enclosure with a rusted torque inside. This requires lore. The bronze torque. And I can examine it. The torque possesses a number of small grooves. It otherwise appears fairly ordinary. I like that. I like that a lot.
Can't
that we
do
can...
that.
No, yeah, you can't. Shut up. The once pure water of Queen Lucerna's tears has run red with blood since Scarlet's forces invaded. Yeah, she's just a wimp. Let's get that. And that was locked, and we got a garnet. Take all of that, and we're out of here. Yep, that was pretty good. We are gonna come back if we ever get the lore, or somebody with lore, I suppose.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can. Shut up. Oh, that's actually annoying. If I click over there, he says he can't do... That's annoying as hell. Please don't say that. Oh, boy. Wasn't expecting that. Anyway, let's get on with our job. It's a good thing we went back there. And, so let's go. I am still trying to figure out if there's a way to speed up the game. Because I remember there was a... In Pillars of Eternity, there's a way to do that. And it's a key. I'm gonna need that. And, of course, we're still gonna need to talk to her. But I don't want the whole episode to be just about knowing her. So let's see what happens. Oh. Oh, boy. Hello. Are you friends or foe? They are part of the... Oh, they're the guard. They're Vendrien guard. Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vendrien guard warrior roars with his falx held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside or your funeral will be over. The side of the bluff. Seeing you squarely in his path, the soldier points his weapon your way. Well, there is no escape, and for all Oathbreakers, no surrender. Then we'll settle this with bronze. The warrior points to you, ordering his men to advance. Yeah, these fools don't know when to stop. I like that, says Verse. Charge! As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus reinforcements! Hurry! For a moment there I was gonna read Scarlet Chorus / or comma reinforcements, but no. Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. Who are you, man? You are from Scarlet Chorus. He's a mocking blaze. Yep. Oh, that's an interesting name. I like that. From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones, signing sigils of magic. Yeah, I think signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth. The blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrien guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Hold position, all of you! You there! Keep the path! The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them! We need to run! His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. Oh boy, seems like you have just rolled a bad order roll or whatever. Command, I suppose. Okay, so we're gonna have a fight. Let's see. I'm a little bit more aware of how the system works. I am not completely aware yet, because the last combat we did was the one that we did last episode. But I've been looking at our items and all that, and I think we'll be fine. So what I'll do is I'll move in here. Oh, by the way, I also crafted a couple of spells. There's a thing for that, which is pretty good. Let's see. So we have over here corrode damage. Oh boy. Oh, let's actually move you over here if you can. Sounds like a good plan to use this. The Blood of the Fallen. Let's go right there. And oh, okay. So it's a ranged thing. What is it gonna do? I don't know. It's gonna do something. Now you, what can you do? You can, let's see. You have the burning iron, launching a burning arrow, so it's for arrows. You still have your proper weapon. That's the battle stance. I still need to figure these out. I forgot about those actually. Weapon set. She's using that, which is good, and keep using that. What do we have here? Skewer. That sounds like a good plan. Let's skewer him. She's a little bit hurt, but it's all good. And that's the Blood of the Fallen right there. He's not using that anymore. Yeah, ability is being used by Korra over here. Let's see what I can do here. I also have the Blood-Soaked Stones. Coordinate with Verse to knock your target prone, then follow up with a strong bleeding attack. That sounds amazing. I need to coordinate with her? Oh, no, because I was using that before? No, I was using the skewer. Okay, this is going well. That's okay. I think the combat here is a little bit more manageable than in Pillars of Eternity, so I'm not going to need the AoEs or the autopauses so much. I'm going to try slice this guy over here because he's on melee. That guy is going to go down. Am I hurt? I am not. I'm actually a little bit hurt, but let's see what he does. They're casting spells back there as well. Okay, that guy just got hit. Let's see if we can kill this guy as soon as possible. And that's a kill right there. Let's bring you... No, you're not going to attack that. You're going to attack this guy. Oh, what? Shut up about burning iron. Go for that.
You got it.
Yep. Ranged with ranged. And now you move up. Did you change your weapon? You didn't change your weapon, did you? No, see. Those guys are done. That guy's going to be done when I attack him next. My hit chance is going to be 84, I think. Is that how it works? I think it is. I think it was. There it is. Okay. Is anybody going to talk to me? Yes, they are. Come quick. We have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. The commander? Of whom? The dishonored? Disbanded? Ah, man, I keep forgetting their names. So let's see. We have nothing on the floor. We do have some things over here. Several skulls bleached by the sun, and that's all fine. What do we have over there? We have weapons and armor are strewn haphazardly around the cart. Every blade shows signs of rust, and every something or other piece of armor is in need of repair. So is that... Okay, so we got some food over here. Head wrap. Do I need that? Let's put that over there, and that goes over here. Let's see what this is for. I have ceremonial... Oh, it's a helmet. Okay, it's crappy then, right? I mean, it's good for recovery, but it's crappy. So put that, if I control click. No, if I shift click, there it is. Shift click, and it goes into the stash. So we're good to go. Let's see. So these are more weapons, I would think. Yeah, indeed. What are those? The symbol of the Scarlet Chorus is smeared in blood on the tattered cloth tent. No effort has been made to repair the tent. The gaping tears. Tears, not tears. Tears. Let's get what do we have over here. And that is a sky cap. What is that? I'm gonna need to check that out.
Sorry, I can't.
You can. Shut up. Oh, is that the commander? Who killed that guy? Cosma? That's a nice way to say that, isn't it? I like that. Cosma. It's a little bit Portuguesey, but that's how I would say it. Let's see. So we have some pretty good boots over here. They do add... no, actually, they're not that great. The plus half armor is not really necessarily the best thing ever. The deflection is nice. Let's see if she wants that. I think she might. She does have some crap now. It's a little bit better for her, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick with these. Let's put them in our stash and let's just have a chatty with Cosma. What are you doing? You'll draw attention to me. Yeah, I might. What is this? This torn banner bears the scratched out icon of the disfavored. That's the word that I keep missing. The army's original symbol has been lost to history, and the Graven Ash has never ordered a replacement, preferring the blessed icon over all others. Okay. Oh, I think we're getting ourselves into a little bit of trouble. Let me just save the game, and let's get ourselves into trouble. Show your weapons. Stow your weapons, or we find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Caught between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him! Were he not for me, Graven Ash will protect. The disfavored officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his bracers and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? Who the hell is talking to me right now? Are you talking to me right now, man? I'm gonna kick you. This blade, says Pelox Tyrell. Was this the guy? I think it was the guy that we met before. With a jerk of the knife, he slices off a clump of Drastus's matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Okay, so I have athletics for this. I can do that if I want to. It's kind of weird that I have that, but I'm pretty good at fighting, so I guess I would have that just from a natural ability. Let's lower your... Oh yeah, let's lower our weapons and then charge forward and wrest the knife from him. Let's go. The Oathbreaker, ooh, you have gained favor with the Scarlet Chorus, gained favor with the Disfavored, and gained 104 skill experience. Yeah, that's the skill experience now. It's quite interesting how they did it. I actually remember reading about this before the game got released, so I know a little bit how that works. But we gain experience, not out-and-out experience, we gain experience with the skills. And I will show that in a little bit. The Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as you lower your weapons. That's right. Now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the other warriors, you dash forward. He reaches out with his dagger to slay Dastrus, but your hand is already on his wrist. With a wrenching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfavored warriors rush forward from either side of you. Tyrell barely manages to a strained gasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. And there it is. We saved the guy. He was alone. Huh. Kyrus be praised. That Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Cairn himself. Drastus slides a trembling hand along the cut on his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Drastus holds a handful of crumpled parchments on your inspection. Literacy is what's that lore for? What the hell is that? Literacy is rare in the Northern Empire, where the disfavored are born and trained. Time spent reading and writing is, after all, time not spent sparring and readying one's body and mind to battle. Oh, that's an insight because of my lore? Oh, that's pretty awesome. I love it. I love it. The other way I was considering how to do this in an RPG, how to let your character know, because to let you as a player know what your character already does, just in terms of insight. And this is amazing. This is a really good way of doing it. I love it. I mean, it's really easy not to miss, and it's optional, so you don't. Yeah, it's awesome. It's probably very easy to implement on the dialogue system. Just as long as you have these things. It's just a check, just a lore check. Yeah, he holds out a crumpled parchment for your inspection. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of it. Actually, I'm not too good at that, but, well, let's see. Let's examine the parchment. Repeating the same message in different written scripts, the parchment contains the Vendrien Guard's desire to overthrow Kyrus' Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrien's well. Yes, recruitment material. They were trying to bring more traders to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they helped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails downslope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. And I guess you're off? Okay, sure. Oh. Aurora, are you gonna join me or what? Because you have a name. Fatebinder, Aurora salutes you as you approach. We are honored by your presence. Need something? Well, maybe. What's the situation here in Vendriel's Well? The Oathbreakers hold a citadel at the heart of the valley, the one built around the base of the spire. The Matani River has been our largest headache during the siege. It's unsafe for armored troops to ford, save for at key locations, and the enemy knows this as well as we do. I know we'd be a lot farther along if the Scarlet Chorus used its alleged strength in numbers to ford the river themselves and overwhelm the enemy. Aurora looks at Verse with a disapproving air. As it is, we must take the valley slowly and advance the disfavored bulwark, since that's where the real work gets done. Because all it takes is numbers to cross a river under hail of arrows. If the disfavored were quicker to act, maybe the Vendrien Guard wouldn't be so trained up to face us. Well, if either of you was correct, the campaign would be over, and I wouldn't be here. Oh, awesome. Well, a fair point, says Aurora. The Legion is eager to gain some perspective on our quarrels. Consequently, I retract my previous remark. Really? Because I don't. Next time you say something, try to mean it. So, yeah. She's pretty feisty. Anyway, we're out of time for the day. We're going to continue talking to Aurora over here. I don't think she's going to join me, but I hope she will. I don't know how many party members we can have. I think up to 4, including my main character. But I guess we'll find out. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Tyranny. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.